this video that I put out yesterday, and I'm looking at the comments, and I just want to respond. For example, I took a survey for your old timers. You know, I like to inject a little humor, especially now. Response I got. So what did you guys think of the video that I did? So did you guys like it? I even asked the ladies, excuse me, what do you guys think of the video I posted? From the 1960s, I had to throw that in there because I got some serious information that needs to be heard. Now this here, I had to get that out of my system, by the way. This appeared yesterday in Brazil, in this area where when they started deforesting the jungle, they started finding artifacts, and you can see it from the air too, like circles, formations, and all that.
To the subject of the crop circles, let's go. Ipuca is in western Santa Catarina.
Ipuca, if I'm pronouncing it, murdering it, sorry. But there are ancient ruins being found there.
A small town that also lives off agriculture. It's very similar to my hometown, Ibaruba. And there, again, at the beginning of November, another crop circle appeared in a famous spot in the city. This city has been in the media since 2008, when the first crop circles. It always happens during harvest. Story is why it's the same place. Why it always appears during harvest time.
It appears always in harvest time, so there's a message there, and it just gets better and better and better in geometry and design, and that's the latest one. So we got the name of the town and where it's located in Brazil. I looked at this for a while today. I stared at it with the 3-eye, with the dollar bill. If you look at the pyramid, the last video, using the third eye. Then I started looking at the geometry or the design here. Then it hit me like lightning bolt. So easy to it was so easy to people try to decode it. Anybody knows what this means, right? So I said, well, okay, let me give it a crack, because one of the videos that I did with the remote viewers. Now this video here, which I did back in August 30th. What they remote viewers, there were 6 of them, and what they came up with, like for example, and it's amazing that I just clicked on and I came to this right here. Well, let me put the pointer out. Crop circles. Look for manifestation for crop circles. Remember, they're reviewing 3-eye, and there's a lot of stuff in this video, that I covered about what it looks inside, what they saw: energetic, light, luminescent beings, radio, communication, messages, and some other stuff in there. But getting back to this, trying to make this as short as possible. If I'm not pronouncing, I said geometry, design. Right away I looked at this. So they're sending messages. It is sending messages using crop circles also. This happens to be in Brazil, where the magnetic field is the weakest. I don't know if that means anything. Just thought to throw that in there. So we're looking at one circle, outer circle, 1, 2. And if you look at these designs here, or these lines, start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you got 7. And then the other one, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6, 7. So there's, okay, so you got, this is what I'm looking at. You got, remember, mathematics, numbers, 1, 2, 2 sevens. So the number 2, 2 sevens. And then we got the pyramid. 1, 2, 3, and then we got the circle 1. So what I'm getting, the visions I'm getting, the Riddler. Oh, by the way, anything I say is for entertainment purposes. My opinion only. So what I'm seeing is the number 2, 2 sevens, because it's intertwined. They're different. Then you got the 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So I wrote the number down. So I asked my assistant, what is the spiritual meaning of the number 277? 3, 1, thank you. And then the number sequence, and then it broke it down into this, which means root, number 2, spiritual meaning, balance, harmony, duality, partnerships, intuition, democracy, divine timing. So that's what the number 2. So we got the 2 there. And then we got 7 appears twice. Spiritual awakening, into wisdom, introspection, divine support. The number 3, creativity, joy, growth, communication, ascended master, Jesus. And I don't know this name right here. I pronounce it. Number 1, new beginning, leadership, manifestation, independence. So there is a angelic, that goes into the angelic numbers. So there is a message here with the numbers. Overall spiritual message of this number. Mathematic. You are in a sacred pause of alignment. If I'm pronouncing stuff wrong, forgive me, folks. Your spiritual awakening, 7-7, is deepening through patience and trust. 2, express your trust characteristic. 3, and step confidently into a new beginning. The universe is mirroring your faith back to you. Keep going. To me, it's a message. And I'm going to speak like ghetto talk, Chicago. In other words, I'm getting a message from above. And also, too, when I was doing another comment that was focused on Kings 2 in the Old Testament, and also I was guided to refresh myself on the Ethiopian Bible. The Ethiopian Bible, as many of you know, to me, this is a spiritual message from above. And those, the book of Kings and the Ethiopian Bible, that it hasn't been corrupted. In other words, the Ethiopian Bible has over 88 books, give or take, compared to 66 with the King James, which was done, they took away over 20 books. But the Ethiopian Bible was already established before the Roman Catholic Empire, the church, was formed. So they had books like Enoch and the Book of Jubilee and some others, books that were written way before. I think that meeting was in Constantine, Turkey, around over 300 years after the Christ's death. But the Ethiopian Bible was, if you look at the Dead Sea Scrolls, some of the Old Testaments, that was basically right after the death of Christ, they're the same wording, word per word, especially the book of Daniel, which they had already had basically 100 years after the death of Daniel. So it's fresh. It's the freshest you can get without changing a word here or there or interpreted in this way, that way. There's a book.
Elijah comes from the wilderness, carrying nothing but the raw power of God's authority. His sudden appearance in Scripture is like watching a bolt of...
Now, this video here is very important because it talks about the spirit with Jezebel and what happened, the punishment that occurred. And, for the old timers, I harped on for 40 years, Revelation 17, verse 5.